There's an update with the story with Nia Wilson, the young sister that got killed on the BART train, 18 years old, where they caught the white supremacist terrorists that killed this young sister, that targeted her and her other sister. Now, I want you to watch the clip of that, and then we're going to also explore a clip of the Godfather and why he is a big problem, and he's a representation of the spirit of cowardice that we see way too much within a lot of our brothers. Well, let's roll the first clip.
A BART rider captured the arrest of 27-year-old John Cowell on her cell phone camera. Officers found him after intercepting an Antioch-bound train at the Pleasant Hill BART station. Earlier, Cowell was spotted on the platform at the Coliseum station. It was this sighting that triggered the series of tips from the public and ultimately his arrest.
They asked him what his name was. He was truthful with the officers in terms of his name, and they asked him for identification, and he did provide a California identification.
The arrest comes as a huge relief for the Bay Area, where the random attack has triggered outrage. Police say Cowell pulled a knife on sisters Nia and Latifah Wilson on the MacArthur Station platform just before 9:45 Sunday night. 18-year-old Nia died from her stab wounds.
I don't know what it was, but he just was always kind of a problem.
Neighbor Carol Kincaid has known Cowell since he was a child. She says he's lived in and out of this Concord home and over the years has been in trouble with the law. In fact, according to our media partners at the East Bay Times, Cowell has an extensive criminal record. Kaiser and Richmond filed a restraining order against him after he was accused of threatening to kill an employee in 2016. Then he was sentenced to prison for robbery, and after serving 2 years, was out on parole 4 months ago. As to what led to Sunday night stabbing, police still don't have a motive.
We haven't connected him with any type of radical group or white supremacist group or anything like that.
Cowell was taken to the Lake Merritt BART station for questioning. He will ultimately be transported to the Alameda County Jail.
So as you've seen, they just caught him and he gave ID to him, and they arrested him like they were picking him up for something that's just nonviolent. It wasn't no guns drawn. It wasn't them beating him up. They didn't shoot him 40 times. He just went on ahead and went to jail. It was no big deal. Now, as I stated before this video came out, they probably gonna pick him up pretty quick because they rather pick him up and protect him because the folks are looking for him in Oakland. They want to get at him for his murderous ways. Now, he had no care in the world. He wasn't remorseful, anything. This guy, as I stated before, has no soul. He is not human. This is why I called the white supremacists the devil the Bible speaks of. It's just that simple. That's who they are. So it didn't bother him to slice this girl's throat. That's why he was wiping the blood off of his knife while he was just staring at her. That's not normal, ladies and gentlemen. And people all over the world are looking at this story, and I've been getting emails from them saying, my God, what's happening? You know, they just attacking black Americans. They don't tell us these type of stories when they want to say how great America is. No, because they want to hide that from you. This, you have to understand, this is a legacy for them. This is who they always have been. They started this nation like that. They murdered black people. They murdered Native Americans. They murdered so-called Hispanics. They took land from the Mexicans. They took land from everybody. They did nothing honorable. They gave smallpox to the Native Americans. Everything that you look in their history has not been anything of peace. Nothing of trying to have a spirit of brotherhood or working together. All you see in the history of this colonizer is death, destruction, disease, rape, pillaging. That's all you see. And they don't want to discuss that. And they say, well, that was in the past. And if it truly were in the past, I wouldn't even be mentioning it, because you say, hey, you know what? The children of those people made it right, and they don't even practice any of that. So why are we even discussing it except on a historic sense? But no, the same things they were doing back in the day, they're doing today. The same things they're doing in Jim Crow, they're doing today. I posted a picture on our Instagram, and follow us on Instagram. If you haven't followed us there, in the pinned comment, we have the social media links, Instagram, Twitter. All of you can follow us over there. We post a lot of things. We have conversations, okay? So we posted things that was shown in Jim Crow. And understand, this is that Make America Great Again crowd. And before some of you say something stupid like, oh, he must be part of the left. I guess you didn't watch my live stream about the Democratic Party. And you would say the idiot things like that just because someone is getting at you about a party that openly supports white supremacy. Well, actually, both of them support white supremacy, but at least we talking about the one that's open. But nothing has changed with these people. We'll find the exact same stories. In the 1960s, 1950s, 1940s, you'll find another 18-year-old black girl that they killed. They killed the brother in Clearwater, Florida, and the sheriff is indignant about it. He says it's self-defense. I watched that tape so many times afterwards, and the brother was stopped what he was doing, turned away from this dude. He was turning away, and he still shot him. Now, that isn't no self-defense, but in their mindset, they always had on the books the Casual Killing Act, which said that you can kill your slaves in the area of correction without worrying about prosecution. This is what they had practiced. This was laws that they had, and they may not have that on the books now, but that's how they act still to this day when it comes to black people. I heard a white supremacist say that it's not murder if you kill a black person. It's only murder if you kill a white person. And that's how they've been operating ever since to this day. I told you, white supremacy is an inheritance for them. They pass that down to their children because they did not pass it down to their children. The evil that it is, the children would not do this. If it was truly it's just something in the past and we need to leave it where it's at, well, that evil would have died a long time ago. But no, they make sure that evil is still here today. That's why you had that dude go on that train and slice that sister's throat. That's why. Don't believe these people and say, oh, it's in the past and you guys got to let that go. No, no, no. They haven't never let it go. They make sure to teach to hate black people, to hate Hispanics, to hate Muslims, to hate whoever else outside of themselves. This is what they teach. And then it's a problem when we point out something that's right there. We are telling the truth. We're not telling a lie. Show me what I am lying in the area of what we're talking about, because I have story after story, historical reference after historical reference to prove what we are saying. As Childish Gambino would say, this is America. Now, the picture that was posted in the news report that looked like a gun, and I stated yesterday, even if it is a gun, that sister had a Second Amendment right. Well, it turned out not to be a gun, but actually be a charger for an iPhone. So the bottom is the butt of a gun, but the top, it just slid on the top of it. So it actually wasn't a gun at all. But they still apologized because people got at them for pushing that image to try to say, oh, well, she was just some hood rat thug chick anyway, so why does it matter? Because they want to protect him. And I told you guys, the mainstream media is the PR firm for the white male image. This is why they always going to protect him no matter what he do, period. You guys have to understand that. This is why black media is extremely important, why you must support it, why you get your information through all your different black media sources. We have many personalities who's making videos, and listen to everybody, because somebody is bringing something different that maybe I'm not doing or another person is doing. So try to listen to everybody. Now, let's talk about the next clip. The clip is going to be of the Godfather of Nia Wilson. He's going to be at a press conference, and I saw this clip yesterday. I couldn't deal with that clip yesterday. I had to focus on the story at hand, and that just was not something I need to talk about. Today is the day that we would talk about this particular clip, because this clip is a big issue why we don't have liberation in the black community. So I want you to watch this clip, and then we really gonna get to talking about this issue.
Unfortunately, we have to help our own family right now. We have supported a lot of families due to community violence. This is special. This is family. They didn't ask to get cut or stabbed. Those are baby girls. Those are our children. So we need the community, especially the African American community, to stand down right now. We don't need, I'm at fear right now. We don't know if this was racist. We don't know if it was random. We don't know what it was. But we're asking the African American community to stand down right now. Let's get this information to find out what really happened. Let's find out the right facts so then we're able to deal with the situation. If anything, please share the post. Look at the pictures. Come out today. We're having a visual today at the BART station from 4 to 7. We will be passing on flyers with his picture on there. We need the community involved. We need your help. We don't need us to break down right now and act crazy, tear up our city, or do anything that's crazy right now. Our family needs prayer. We need support.
So that was the godfather of Nia Wilson. He said to the African American community to stand down. This is what he said to you. His godchild just had her throat cut. She bled to death. A horrible way to die for an 18-year-old girl who haven't even started her life yet. And he has the nerve to get up and tell black people to stand down. Let's get the information out. Let's do this and let's do that. No other group says that, but we have a spirit of cowardice in a lot of black males. Now, I'm going to say a lot of them not cowards at all. A lot of them ready to defend the community at all costs. But we have a section of men in our community who are straight up cowards. They're cowards to the core. A coward would say, stand down. What do you want us to do? Cowardice men. What do you want? What, walk around and say, we shall overcome? Is that what you want us to do? March in a circle, singing, Negro spirituals. Well, while the next white supremacist about to cut the next throat or shoot somebody, they don't care about your Negro spirituals. You walking in a circle talking about Black Lives Matter. They don't care about that. They like when you act that way because you are being a coward. It's just that simple. We have men in our community that won't take charge. You're sitting up there saying, well, the women won't let me. You're a coward because a man takes charge. What you mean a woman won't let you? That's the problem. You ain't taking care of your business as a man, and you sitting up there having women take care of you. You arguing with women, mad because women rejected you, making whole social media platforms because women rejected you when you was a kid. Grow up, bruh. It's more to life than that. Have some strength. Be a man. Stand up. Stop being afraid of white supremacy and going against something that's trying to kill your community. How has cowardice got us anywhere? We have been quiet. We ain't been saying much. That sister wasn't even saying a word, and look what he done. We have too much cowardice going on in our community. What are you afraid of, black man? Ducking your head between your legs is not going to solve your problems. They still coming at you. I hear other black men saying in news reports I'm looking at out of San Francisco, oh, well, this is a different thing. And, you know, we kind of fear what? See, the issue is you are centered in someone higher than you. That's what it is. And you fear this white supremacist. A lot of you look at this white supremacist as God because you have white Jesus in your heart and white Jesus a lot of times in your house. And that's a bigger problem right there. Stop being cowards. Our children need us to take a stand. The women need us to take a stand. If we don't take a stand, who will? The cops are not going to protect none of us. You know that. They're going to protect the white supremacists. The media going to protect the white supremacists. We are all that we have. Dr. John Henry Clark said we have no friends. And it's a different time period from when Martin Luther King and them was marching, because they know they are on their way out. They know that more of them are dying off than being born. They see the influx of all these brown people and black people in this country. They keep saying they want to make America great again, meaning I want to make America Jim Crow white again. That's what I want, and I can't get it. I'm losing global influence. Opioids is tearing up their community. They're getting angry. They're getting more. They're gonna be more violent than probably what they were back in the '60s. What are you gonna do? Just stand there and just be scared of them? Or are you gonna tap into that spirit that's already been here and taught us everything we need to know, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or the Black Panther Party that taught you everything that you need to know? Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Minister Louis Farrakhan taught you everything you needed to know and what you're dealing with. We've had all these great people who have given us literature, who's given us messages, and already told us what we need to do, how to prepare ourselves, and where do we go from there. We need to start looking into the wonderful thing about YouTube. You can see all those speeches right on YouTube. You don't have to go to a library. You can look on your smartphone, start searching all these different great people and listen to what they're saying. They're already talking about this day. Most of them predicted this day. We can't be cowards. And in this time period, what's going to happen is it's going to expose who are the real black men and who are the real black cowards. And if you are exposed as a coward, the whole community, men and women, need to shame the hell out of you. Need to give you some hard, tough love and tell you to man up. We can't deal with no cowards, because what a coward gonna do? A coward gonna run the massa and try to dime us out and try to stop us. Because what's rooted in cooning and buffooning? Cowardice. Because they're not men to stand up against white supremacists and say, shoot, I'm gonna go it on, I'm gonna lick Master's feet and I'm gonna just join him. That's rooted in cowardice. We cannot be cowards, and what's happening today, now you're going to be exposed. Either you're going to be a man or you're going to be a coward. And if you're a coward, we don't need you. Not in this point in the game. We don't. How you going to sit up there and have your niece be murdered and you are worrying about something that you shouldn't even be worrying about? The family was trying to support you and you trying to tell them to stand down. Now, we'll tell the people something. If you hear these families come out saying that, forget them. It's bigger than them. It's way bigger than them. Because if this is allowed to happen and it's nothing happens out of it, then they're going to do more and more and more. Stop getting on national TV saying, if you scared and you don't want to do nothing, don't talk on the mic. Just don't. Let people who can speak get on the mic. We really have to get some order with that. An incident happened. We need to have spokespeople, not just any old person they put a microphone in front of. And if you're not articulate on the issue, just say, no comment, and just walk off. You ain't got to talk to them people, messing things up. And then they use these little sound bites of you to back up their cases against your family member. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. The cowardice has to go. We can't sit here and deal with it. And one more thing I kept hearing, and this is number one, not a time for that. It's way out of time. You know, I hear some guys I even seen on Twitter talking about, well, see, the women were talking about strong and independent. Man, I don't care what they talking about. That's way out the window. When that white supremacist terrorist came after that sister, he didn't care about no strong, no independent, no colorism, no gender, no feminism, no other ism, whatever ism you want to talk about that we have against each other. All you saw that she was black and I want to murder her.